Hi guys, so I wanted to do basically an update video in regards to these. So I have been using these actively now for about 2 weeks, and I wanted to do an update, like an honest review update, because there are definitely some things that I didn't take into consideration when I first made the video and when I first bought them and purchased them, etc. So the key things to note in regards to these are, yes, I do think these are still a very good buy. They are definitely better if you are bigger, older, and you have bigger hands than a, stereotypical child that would be playing a Nintendo Switch. And that's absolutely fine. So I would definitely still vouch for these. I still love the design personally, and I still actively play with these ones every single day. They have helped with the cramping in my hands. My hands aren't necessarily massive, but I don't think they're very petite in the sense of like a normal female's hands. But here we go. So that has helped in regards to the cramping. So I think that's really good personally, because that was one of my big issues with the Nintendo Switch. Personally, I prefer handheld mode over television mode. And this was, the good option. And I do really appreciate having that option. Second thing I didn't take into consideration is, one, when playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, obviously you can upload your amiibo cards into the game. So I've already had these cards for quite a while. I have the Hello Kitty cards, and obviously they've made it so you can use them. So I just dug them out and started using them. I did not take into consideration these do not have the amiibo adapting software in these. So every time I wish to use an amiibo card or an amiibo, I have to actually take these off, put the original controls on, and then use that controller to actually do the amiibo exchange. And then if I want to go back to these controls, I can just swap them out again. But it is a bit of a pain in the bum, and you do always then have to know where your controls are, just in case you do want to use them. So that can be a pain. The other thing that I didn't take into consideration was the fact that these do not have their own power bank. So where the other controllers, the Nintendo Switch official controllers, this is official, but the actual controllers you get with your console actually have a battery inside each one of those consoles. So if you actually click seeing how much battery your console has, you'll see your console has a battery life, as well as each controller has a battery, the left and the right. So these do not have that. So what actually personally I have noticed is that my console is running out of battery a lot quicker, because it's having to sustain 2 controllers, obviously, as well as the actual screen itself. So that is something to take into consideration, especially if you're perhaps doing a long drive. Maybe swap them out. Obviously not driving whilst using it, but if you're going on a train journey or a plane journey and you have 2 or 3 hours to kill and you want to play your Switch, take that into consideration, because I would definitely say maybe take a Pro controller and use a stand or something like that, because this does drain the battery so quick just because of that factor. So there are multiple different, obviously, designs, get my words out. There are multiple designs in regards to these controllers as well, and I would really recommend this design personally, but there are some really nice ones as well, and there are some pretty plain ones too. So if you don't want to be as garish as this kind of design, admitting your love for Pokemon and Pikachu and Eevee specifically, then you can actively choose one of the standard designs. I think they do a red, a black, a blue, and they are basic, so you can get away with it. So the next thing is, obviously, you have the additional game pads on here. So if you look here, you've got these on the back behind of these and stuff like that, and you can basically program them, as well as these 2 buttons here and these 2 buttons here. You can program them. They are very easy to program, and you do get a full booklet of instructions in regards to programming. They are very easy to do, and you can do them for each game. So that is definitely still a plus. As I've said, I do really like these. There is just a few things that I personally didn't think of. So the other main issue that I have noticed is that this, with the Switch with these 2 controllers on, is now too big to fit into a standard Switch case. And a standard Switch case is like the hard case that, obviously, I personally have been using the Animal Crossing one, because that's the one I got when I bought the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch itself. So it will now not fit in there, because these obviously are too chunky. They are too long as well in the width, so it's not like you could just smush it in. So that could be a big issue. So personally, I have the Nintendo Switch that is the limited edition Animal Crossing New Horizons one. So personally, I don't want the back all scratched up because it's cute. I bought it because I like it, not to sell, but I still want it to hold value in the sense of I like it, it's cute. So yeah, bear that in mind as well, because some of you will have Splatoon special editions, or maybe the Fortnite special edition, you know, stuff like that. And whilst I don't know if all of those have patterns on the back, like I know the Mario one came with like specific colors, and I know the Splatoon one comes with specific colors, as well as so does the Fortnite one. It comes with like the like a special yellow one for the banana guy, so I get that. So take that in consideration as well. I would still 100% recommend these, especially as I said, if you're a little bit older and you want the no hand cramps, because yeah, old Nintendo injuries, just saying. But yeah, I would definitely still recommend these and recommend the price. Obviously the standard edition are slightly cheaper than the fancy ones like this. They are like £5 or £10 more. Personally, I just really like this design, and it's actually been in my Amazon saved wish list for ages, so I kind of plumb things there until I know that I can purchase them, and then I purchase them for them myself. So it's a way I just use to not forget. But yeah, I would still highly recommend these. This can still be docked in the docking station, so that's a perk. So they can still be docked, but then obviously bear in mind that these controllers are not wireless, so you cannot unplug them, because if you unplug them they have no power source. So you are going to then have to use a Pro controller or the additional Nintendo original Switch controllers that you would have with the console. So yes, let me know in the comments below, is this one that you're thinking about, or have you got similar ones, different branded ones? Because like I have so many controllers for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you would recommend, because I would always listen and have a look myself. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys very soon. So